Hi, my name is Dr. Dominique Royem and I'm a conductor. When I'm not on the podium, I have a YouTube channel where I create videos about music, from music history to music theory, with a little bit of pop music thrown in. You can check me out by going to YouTube and searching my name, Dominique Royem. I'm here today to give you my 5 steps for producing great video. Let's go. The first step I have is planning. You are all experts in your content, but there are many ways to capture that content. The first question you need to ask yourself is, where is this video going? If it's for Instagram Reels or TikTok, you have to shoot in a different style than if it was for Facebook or YouTube. TikTok and Reels videos are oriented vertically, and YouTube videos are in a more cinematic, horizontal format. You also need an outline or a script for your video. You want to make sure that your video is packed with interesting things and without dead air, so at least having an outline is mandatory. Knowing what you're going to talk about will help you get to the point, and the point is why people are watching. For more complicated projects, you might even want a storyboard or plot out what text goes with what camera angle or B-roll. The next step I have is to get a great place to shoot. You can shoot content anywhere: your bedroom, a living room, an office, a hallway. The options are endless. The things you need to watch out for in a good place are: 1, traffic. Your shooting location should be in a low traffic area so that people aren't disturbing you while you're shooting. 2, it should be quiet. Your shooting area should have no extraneous noise like traffic or heavy air conditioning. 3, bright. Your shooting location should have some good light or access to plugs so you can change the light. Don't worry, we're going to talk about lighting in a bit. I film in my living room, where my husband John and I completely move out our coffee table, my keyboard, and other miscellaneous furniture to be able to fit everything we need to shoot in the living room. The next step I have is equipment. Determine what's the best equipment to use for your project. I shoot on a Panasonic camcorder, and I have a camcorder because I film myself in rehearsal and performances that sometimes go on for hours. If you don't need blocks of film for that long, you can shoot on a handheld camera, like my blogging camera, a Lumix DC Vario, or a traditional DSLR. DSLR and handheld cameras are usually restricted to 20-minute blocks of video due to a rule where camcorders get taxed in Europe more than cameras. And to be considered a camera, you can't be able to record a video clip over 20 minutes. You can also shoot perfectly good video on your phone. Here's my phone for comparison. Most phones nowadays have better cameras in them than were on Hollywood film sets 20 years ago, which was 2001, by the way. For the best video, all you have to do is go into your settings and make sure your phone is recording in HD or 4K. You have that choice in your settings for the best video. The other piece of equipment you need is a microphone. You can get one cheaply off of Amazon. I would suggest getting a shot mic, which is a short directional microphone that attaches to the top of your camera, or a lavalier mic. I use the lavalier mic because it was the cheapest and it hooks right into my camera. This one cost me $12. The fourth step is lighting. Lighting is a great way to make your videos look professional without a lot of effort. You can light your videos in a number of ways. The cheapest way is to use daylight. Film in front of a big window or outside. Just make sure that you are not in direct sunlight but in shade. Try to put the sun behind your camera so the most light is on your face, but be careful about squinting. Another way you can light your video is through these inexpensive clip lights. I got these off of Amazon in a pack of 2 for about $17. They can be clipped anywhere. You need to use daylight bulbs with them so the temperature of your video balances out correctly. Most cameras, including your phone, are balanced to bright white light instead of the warm glow of interior lighting. You can get a pack of LED bulbs off of Amazon. To diffuse the light with these clip lights, put a white pillowcase over them. You can get a set off of Amazon. Make sure your bulbs are LED. If they're traditional bulbs, the pillowcases can get hot and start a fire. You want to diffuse the light so that you cut any harsh shadows created by the strong lights. The next thing you can do is get a cheap set of studio lights off of Amazon. My set was $60, and with the two clamp lights to fill in, it really illuminates the room really well. They came with two light fixtures with soft boxes to diffuse the light. I use one soft box to light the backdrop with a clamp light on the other side, and one soft box to light me with an eye light directly above the camera. The eye light is just a standard clip light you get from Amazon with a daylight bulb in it. Since I film in my living room, I also have some room light as well as some natural daylight in the mix as well. The last step I have for you is editing. The edit is king. You want to make sure that you put your best foot forward, so edit all of your ums, ahs, and other vocal tics. The edit will also help you keep your video engaging and snappy by allowing you to edit out pauses. Use visuals or B-roll if you have long stretches where you're just talking. Any editing software will work. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, which is the professional program of choice along with Final Cut Pro, but you can edit using iMovie or the editing software that came with your computer. There are a number of free editing programs available, but make sure you know if the end product is being watermarked. You might want to splurge and buy a program so there's no other branding but your own. So my 5 steps are planning, place, equipment, lighting, and editing. If you think of all these things before you shoot, you'll have a video of great quality. I put together an equipment list for you with links to everything I mentioned on Amazon. This can also be found on my website, DominiqueRoyem.com, but you can always do your own research and search for the things you need. There are lots of resources out there to help. If you have specific questions for me, you can DM me on social media. You can find me at Dominique Royem on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Check out some of my videos on YouTube and subscribe to see all my content. Thanks so much and have a great rest of the summit.